Hi guys, it's Jade, and welcome to our essential oils and wellness class. Today we're going to talk about Slim and Sassy. It's an amazing oil blend with just 5 essential oils. In a nutshell, Slim and Sassy helps with managing appetite and cravings. It helps with cellulite, helps with fatigue, helps you with overeating. And it's a lymphatic stimulant. It helps with the blood sugar balance, detoxifying and cleansing, helps with the gallbladder. It helps with, your feeling of inner beauty and self-acceptance. So that's Slim and Sassy in a nutshell. And I just want to tell you about, what it really can do here. So to physically lose weight permanently, you need to address the emotional patterns which underlie and contribute to your weight. This is why I love essential oils. I get so excited about it because it's not a short-term fad diet or anything. It goes in there and it gets it done well for good. So it helps you on all those levels, and that's what I like. And the change sticks. All right, so we're not bouncing up and down, the scale, right? So if you are like me in this way, okay, this is the best way to maintain healthy weight permanently. So you can enjoy life again, so you can, quit having to count those calories all the time. All right, Slim and Sassy is a blend of lemon, grapefruit, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon oils. All right. So most people associate it with weight loss. Yes, it can do that, but it can do so much more. So Slim and Sassy helps the body balance. So just remember that all the essential oils that you're using, it actually just helps you balance because your body knows how to heal. I know I stress that a lot, but we forget, and we just need to be reminded, okay? So this is the metabolic blend, and another name for it is Smart and Sassy. So if you're not in the US, sometimes Slim and Sassy is called Smart and Sassy in your country. Okay, and so you know that the citrus oils, you need to be careful when you're using it topically, all right? And so you don't want to expose that area of the skin where you put the oil on to direct sunlight or UV light for at least 12 hours. All right, so just be careful. And this is not just doTERRA oils, or it's actually just Mother Nature. My friend does farming, and he carries a lot of beets on his shoulders, and then the leaves, if it rubs against the shoulder, the oils kind of come off. And if his shoulders are exposed to the direct sunlight for a while, he will get a sunburn right there. In the shape of the oils or the juices that came out of the beet leaves, or I'm pretty sure it was beets or something like that. It was just lots of, it happens in nature, okay? So we just need to be wise about that. So Slim and Sassy comes in 2 forms. It comes in a 15 ml bottle of oil, and it also comes in a soft gel. So this is 90 soft gels in this dietary supplement. So you can take it either way. Sometimes people don't like the taste of them. They like the soft gel. It's not as messy. So, it's up to you. And they also have a Slim and Sassy metabolic gum. So it looks like a sheet of pills, but they're yummy gum. And you can carry it with you, and it's supposed to help you with the managing appetites in between meals, perhaps. So that's a good one. I just like it because it's tasty, and sometimes, you have it in, while you travel. It's just kind of something to put in your mouth, okay, to freshen it up. Alrighty, so as usual, I will go through the body, and then the mind, and then the spirit. Okay, so with Slim and Sassy, for healthy weight, I don't like to say for weight loss or for weight gain. It's just healthy weight. Your body actually knows how to balance and knows what the ideal weight is for you. And that's kind of, interesting for some people because it's like a new concept. It's, some people think, well, my ideal weight is this weight, and I'm going to make sure I get there. Well, everybody has that ideal weight in their body. Your body knows, and you will know. Okay, yeah. So, okay. So you want to take up to 5 drops, 3 to 5 times a day internally. So you're drinking it in your water bottle, okay, your glass water bottle, or you want to take the soft gels. So you can do 3 to 5 soft gels 3 to 5 times a day. So the sweet spot is about 25 drops, okay? So, that's for people who need to balance their weight. Now, it's so interesting because there's people who are underweight, and when they do the same thing, their body starts to feel hungry again, and that hunger sensation helps them eat and gain more weight. So that's really interesting. I tried that actually. So I used it for a while, and I did lose a little bit, and then it got to the point where my body wanted food and I got hungry. So I felt like, wow, you know what? I hit that mark, and your body just knows to switch on the other mode to balance. So that's very, very awesome to discover that your body's amazing that way. Okay, so appetite and cravings. We act on feelings. Whether we like it or not, we act on feelings. We see that beautiful chocolate cake and our mouth starts watering, and you feel like indulging in that. We have willpower, but willpower only goes so far. When your body's hungry, just this mode takes over, right? When you're feeling angry, when you're feeling upset or sad, sometimes logically you tell yourself certain things, but you just act anyways. So we're like this emotional creature. So anyways, that's one of the way to control that is to help our body have that sensation of satiety, so that we produce those chemicals that tell us, hey, I'm good. Ooh, I don't need any more. So when we feel that way, we don't eat so much. All right, it uplifts us as well. So we do up to 5 drops in a 16-ounce water bottle or just glass of water, about 3 to 5 times a day. Okay, we'll do the same with the soft gels as well. Okay, and that will help manage your appetite. I like to teach people that everything is at the cellular level. If your cells are cleaner, it can receive messages faster and send messages more effectively. So sicknesses is basically cellular miscommunication. It's a communication breakdown, and your cells are not producing or repairing or sending messages and signals like it should. Okay, so imagine if you have a lot of toxins and junk in your body, and you're eating and eating and eating, and your body says, yeah, more, because it's still registering hunger. And you're eating this third bowl, and finally that message gets through all that traffic into your brain, and your brain says, oh, I'm full. But you shouldn't have had that last bowl, really, right? Because it just took so long for the message to get up there, and now you're hurting. You're not just full, you're hurting. So what the Slim and Sassy does, this is awesome. It helps clear out the traffic, clear out the way for your body to send and receive messages. So we often talk about the cell receptors being cleared. So of course, on the outside of cells, the receptors, little feeler things, and it cleans out the cell receptors, and it can send and receive messages clearly. So after the first bowl, give it a second, and your body kind of sends your message to the brain saying, hey, you're full, you can stop now. And that's really when your body can really have that control to stop. Otherwise, that hunger switch is still on, and you just keep eating. And your body really doesn't need it. It's just that switch is still on. It hasn't been switched off. So that's one way for you to really, manage and master yourself. Okay, so that's that. Cellulite. So, the bit of under your skin where it's not so pretty, it's not so smooth, and it's just that buildup of fat. So you can do 4 drops of Slim and Sassy, 2 drops of fennel, 2 drops of rosemary, and 2 drops of cypress. And then mix that in fractionated coconut oil and apply it on your body. Remember to avoid sensitive areas, and remember not to expose your skin to direct sunlight. So you want to, bathe at nighttime and maybe rub it on, massage it on, and then go to bed. And, that should be good. All right, and massage those areas where the skin is not as pretty. It should help go to the cells and release the fat, and toxins will come along with it. So some people, they release these toxins and they feel uncomfortable. So remember to drink a lot of water. Okay, and we should drink a lot of water anyways, but this is another reason why you should drink more water. Okay, so fatigue, it helps you have more energy. So 5 drops of Slim and Sassy, 1 drop of wild orange in your water bottle, 16 ounce. It's great to have a lot of water anyways. These oils like the lemon and the peppermint, it helps you absorb the water better anyways. So sometimes we do drink water and the water has been over processed and your body's not able to absorb it as well. So these oils, that's another thing it does, is to help your body absorb the water much better. All right. So as you ingest a lot of these oils, your body will naturally detox and cleanse out the candida fungus, which is in there and tries to absorb and suck out all of the nutrients. It just hijacks your body, really. So you're left tired when it's being fed. So when it dies off, then some of that nutrient, most of that nutrient should go to you. And that way you'll have more energy. So if you're one of those people who are tired at 2 p.m. in the afternoon and you think, okay, everybody switch off, well, here's your oil, okay? The funny thing too, my friend, she started taking Slim and Sassy. She's thinking she wants to get skinny. She was already pretty healthy and skinny, and it just gave her lots more energy. And she texts me and she's like, I'm going for a run, I'm going in the park and up and down the stairs and I'm still energized. And she keeps drinking it throughout the night, a day and night. And the first couple of nights, she's like, okay, I am not going to sleep very early like I used to, because I used to be so tired. So she learned how to adjust the oils so that she goes to bed at earlier. So she decided to stop taking Slim and Sassy after at 7, because after that, if she takes it after that, she says she's jumping off the walls and she's bouncing around and she's just too hyper to go to bed. So, you adjust it, guys, but that's a wonderful story about, just getting rid of that fatigue. All right. Okay, so it helps you balance the relationship with food too. Not just, we have the relationship with food problem. So basically eating problems, different types of eating problems. Hating food, not letting food absorb and nourish your body, just not enjoying food. I mean, your body, you're supposed to enjoy food. You're supposed to get nourishment from food, but for some reason, just kind of, some ideas mess our thinking up. And so we have this weird relationship with food. So here, with the Slim and Sassy, it kind of helps you have a better relationship with the food, and none of those, help you with those disorders that, I don't like those labels. So anyways, so once you own those labels, you kind of have it for a long time, it's hard for you to be different, because it becomes part of your identity. So I don't like that. Anyways, if you take the Slim and Sassy, same way, up to 5 drops in 16 ounces of water, and rub it on the bottom of your feet, it just helps the cells be cleaner, and you have a clearer hunger and satiety messages come through, and your cells will communicate better. You have more discipline, and you think clearer. All right, so that's another thing that it does. Awesome. Okay, so it helps with lymphatic stimulant and it's supporting of this lymphatic system. So you want to apply it to the bottom of your feet about twice a day. You feel like you need to drain those lymphatics, right? Okay, so just keep drinking a lot of water as you apply it on the bottom of your feet. And you can drink it too, you can still drink it, but it's important to put it on the bottom of your feet so it gets into your systems, the different systems. So that's sort of the difference between using oils internally and topically. Internally kind of goes through your organs and your digestive system first, but if you put it on the bottom of your feet, it goes to the other systems faster. Okay, so how do you know that you need to drain your lymphatics? So there's some signs here. If you're stiff, okay, your body's just stiff, especially in the morning. Fatigue, itchy and dry skin, bloating, breast swelling with each cycle, holding onto water, brain fog, swollen glands, stubborn weight gain, chronic sinusitis, sore throat, colds, ear issues, cellulite, and cold hands and feet. Okay, so I've got a link here to a page, and they give other suggestions of what to do. But that's how you can tell that things are not draining and you're holding on to that excess fluid that's got toxins and things. All right, so it's awesome. It just do so much for us. Okay, so you know that the Slim and Sassy has peppermint and lemon, right? Those are fantastic oils for the respiratory system. So if you're out and about and you think, oh, I need to pick me up, you can inhale it from the cupped hand. So you just put a couple of drops of the Slim and Sassy oil in your hand, rub it together, cup it over your nose and mouth, and inhale, okay? That's one way to do it. Okay, so you don't have to, be strict at, getting that breathe oil or that easy air. There's other oils out there that can help you with respiratory. So whatever you have, it has multiple uses, and it has a lot of shared, compounds. So, that's why it can do so much. All right, so urinary tract support. Sometimes when we have this, it's an infection, or there's just not a lot of flow, just kind of like this lymphatics, right? It's too much build up of bacteria or toxins and things. So this oil helps drain you. Up to 5 drops in a 16-ounce water bottle or glass. Again, just take it internally. You can do the capsules if you like, but topically, I would also do geranium and melaleuca. A couple of drops of each with fractionated coconut oil, rub it on your lower abs. I have one daughter that has urinary concerns once in a while. The others are fine, they've never had it. But this one daughter, she knows, she's 11 now, but she knows how to do this. So, you can teach your children how to do this too, guys. Geranium and melaleuca works fantastic topically as well. All right, but it's nice to have it internally just to help you flush and clean. All right, so the cinnamon and the grapefruit in Slim and Sassy is fantastic for blood sugar balance. So you can take 5 drops in 16 ounce. So you can do that up to 3 to 5 times a day. You can do the capsules too, and do that 3 to 5 times a day. Okay, up to you. You know how to balance. Your body will say, oh, I've had enough. I don't feel like it anymore. So just honor that. And sometimes if you don't take enough, your body says, oh, I need more. Okay, so just listen out and be self-aware. Fantastic for people that are borderline, diabetics and stuff, that want to support their body in balancing and metabolizing the blood sugar. And just about diabetes for a second, it's a metabolic disease, right? And here it cleans out your cells and it teaches you how to metabolize properly. Also do hormone balancing for that concern, because it is a hormone imbalance too. Okay, so cleansing and detoxifying, we just talked about that a lot already. Of course, if you just want to clean out your body, just be aware that, you know, when you're taking Slim and Sassy, in your head you might think, oh, I'm trying to lose weight, and I don't know why, I'm peeing more and I'm pooping more. It's your body saying, hey, I'm cleansing. This is how we do it. So if your urine is dark and smelly, just keep drinking and taking this in water. Keep flushing until your kidneys and your liver is all clean, and your urine should smell nicer, and it should be clearer and yeah, better. All right, so keep doing that. Just you be proactive about your health, and it's not going to be very difficult. Okay, it's easy to get somebody else to do it for you, but you're never going to get permanent results unless you own your own health. Yeah. Okay, so it's fantastic for digestive support. Normally, we tell people to do the DigestZen, but you know what? DigestZen has cinnamon, it has peppermint, it has lemon, right? I mean, this blend has those oils too. So, you know, it could be your second go-to if you like, okay? And besides, the lemon and the grapefruit and the ginger, all fantastic. Oh yeah, ginger's in the DigestZen too. But these are fantastic oils for digestion. So if you have, you know, bloating or tummy aches, or your body's not digesting well, go ahead and try Slim and Sassy too, if DigestZen doesn't do it for you. Normally it would, but or if you're out and about and you don't have DigestZen with you, Slim and Sassy is just as powerful. Okay. I like how the oils have similar properties, but then they go in through different pathways in your body. So you know what? Maybe you need this one instead of the other one. Who knows? So try it, guys. It can't hurt, right? The other thing too is cholesterol balancing. So you can take it the same way you take it, the other oils, the other ways, up to 5 drops in 16 ounces of water. But do this for about 2 to 3 months. Don't just start it and then stop it and be inconsistent. Do it consistently. In fact, I had a lady, she was just borderline with her cholesterol. The doctor was concerned, and she came over one time, and I only had lemon on hand for her. And I think the other thing too was we wanted to give her an oil, and she wanted to pay for it. So we're like, no, yeah, this one is one of the least expensive ones. We're just going to give it to you. Don't even worry. So she took that lemon oil home, and a month later she came back and she's like, hey, I've got good results. And I thought, wow, that was not terribly difficult. You don't have to get onto the cholesterol medications and you know, destroy your organs. Okay, so that's awesome. Try that, guys. Do it 2 to 3 months, and then you can go back to your doctor and say, hey, let's look at the results and see if I've improved, if my body has healed itself. All right, the next one is gallbladder. So sometimes we have situations in our lives where we're galled, or we're bitter and angry, and our gallbladder has some problems. So you want to calm that organ down. You can drink the oils, it will go there. And I would also dilute it and rub it on topically. So one time I was sitting there at a place we were just waiting for our names to be called up to do some paperwork of some sort. And you know, I had this pain, and I said, it's like right here and under my ribs a little bit and on this side. And my sister said, hey, I think it might be your gallbladder. I had that recently. And I thought, oh, really? I thought maybe I ate something. And she's like, well, you can try. And so we tried lemon oil, and just rubbed it over there, and within a few minutes it was gone. So sure enough, it was the gallbladder. So this blend has the lemon oil and then all of its buddies. So, you know, you can rub it on topically, just dilute it a little bit, because some people, their skin is a little bit sensitive. So just be careful with that. I know for me, I'm not, so I can put it on topically, you know, without diluting at times. But, you know, sometimes there are oils that I do need to dilute. But just play around and know yourself. And diluting always helps keep the oils on your skin longer anyway. So it's a good idea to dilute. All right, the last thing here for the body, I know it's a lot, right? For the body is the inflammatory support. Your body has this inflammation, right? It has that reaction, response, I guess, not reaction, response to bacteria, fungus, and stuff that it's trying to get rid of. So you can cleanse your body with this lemon sassy, and it helps with that, okay? And it helps kind of your body responding better, so that you don't have this stiffness and hurt. But of course, if you're going to rub it on your body topically, remember to avoid sunlight and UV light for at least 12 hours. Alrighty. Okay, so moving on to the mind. Slim and Sassy is the oil of inner beauty. Cool, huh? Inner beauty. Because everything really comes from the inside. And that's the root of things, all right? So if you feel beautiful on the inside, you know, you'll show it on the outside. But it's your kind of beauty, all right? Everybody is different, so you don't want to be like everybody else. I read a quote one time. It says, when I was growing up, my mother used to say, you can be anybody you want. And when I grew up, I realized that, hey, that is identity theft, you know, really, because you can be yourself, and you grow up, be yourself. That's much better than be anybody, because you're not going to be like somebody else. You can emulate some people, but you're still yourself, okay, in your unique way. So according to the Emotions and Essential Oil book, essential oils book, sorry. The negative emotions that Slim and Sassy helps us shift out. Self-criticism, worthless, disgust or hate for physical appearance, strict self-judgment, and body blame, or body shame, excuse me. So, you know, who here, you know, thinks, oh, well, it sort of sounds like me. So our society teaches us to be critical like that. And I guess punishing self in that way. We have a balance of self-correction, okay, which is good. But we take that too far, and it becomes judgment, okay? And yeah, it's not healthy. It's the positive that we can incorporate, you know, as we let go of the negative: worthy, self-acceptance, confident, and embracing the body's individual beauty. Wouldn't that be great if all the teenagers, as they adapt and adjust to the adult world, if they take this Slim and Sassy oil, right, to help them feel self-acceptance and be themselves? Unfortunately, most of us haven't gone through that lovely, you know, stage where we can feel that love and acceptance until much later on. So if you're still a teenager sometimes in your mind and heart, you know, feeling like, oh, I want to belong, or I want to be accepted, then this might be the oil still for you, okay? We, you know, as we age, we still will, you know, have that inner child come through, and those things that we haven't addressed yet will still need to be addressed sooner better than later. So if you look at the blend, ginger is about owning your personal power. You know, some of us forget that we have power within. We're so used to being a victim in one form or another. Okay, peppermint is about lifting that heavy heart, right? Because we're so used to allowing ourselves to be down and negative. Grapefruit is about honoring and valuing your body. Okay, honor and value your body. Lemon is about positive focus in life. We look at all the negative, what's wrong with me, instead of what's right with me. And when you say what's wrong with me, your subconscious keeps looking and looking for more and more evidence to support that statement, instead of saying what's right about me, and then it'll look for evidence to support that, and it creates a stronger belief. So lemon, isn't that great? Very smart, these people. And cinnamon allows you to enjoy the sweetness of life on a spiritual and emotional level. Okay, and that is, about your sexuality, about who you are, and female, male, whatever, and your body parts, and just helps you kind of accept and adopt and magnify what you've been given. Let me veer off for a second here about sexuality. Just had a thought. Like sexuality is in the act of sex, for example. That's a form of co-creation, right? That we are mini creators in our own way. We want to be like God, and God's a creator, right? So we're mini creators. So when people have, problems with their sex life, or their body and stuff, it kind of, the word bleed is not good, but I can't find another word. It kind of bleeds into the other aspects of your life. So you don't feel like you can create your happiness. You can't create abundance. Can't create the ideal life that you want. You have a lot of insecurities and stuff. So it's just kind of influences a lot of aspects. It's not just, in the bedroom, but, that kind of, anyways, I don't want to go too deep into that. So here is an oil that helps you release heavy emotions. Because physically, when you're heavy, you're carrying heavy emotions. So, your body kind of manifests what you think inside. So if you think you have a heck of a lot more trials and pain and heartache than a lot of people, you're going to hold on to it, and you're going to talk about it, or you're going to think about it at least all the time, right? Which makes you heavy. Physically, your physical body, those cells hold on to whatever fat and toxins and stuff that you put in it. Okay, and even if you're eating super healthy, your body will still hold on to stuff. Okay, so take that Slim and Sassy oil internally and smell it aromatically, and you can change your beliefs, right? Because it all starts there, and to new positive beliefs. So here's an affirmation for you: I freely release all negative, heavy emotions. I am light and free. Okay, so that really helps your body release that. You might cry, you might poop more, pee more. Your body will do stuff that will help you release it. So the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more you look for the evidence that support that, your body's going to have that healthy weight. So I think one of the most powerful ways to lose weight is doing energy healing. Okay, your body will ask for healthier foods. You will move more. All right, you can pump iron, you can do marathon and stuff, but I'll tell you that in a few months' time, you're right back to where you started. Right? If you want to get this done permanently and have this sweet life where you have this beautiful, bouncy body to enjoy, then do it here. You're here to change, right? So doing it passively, forcing it, is not going to help you enjoy this beautiful body long term. Okay, so you're going to do that roller coaster, and you don't want to do that, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss gain. All right. So I want to here focus a little bit on the emotions associated with overweight. So according to the Feelings Buried Alive Never Die book by Carol Trueman, I have a link here if you want to buy that book. It's an awesome book for every family to have. Okay, I teach my 4 girls how to use it, and it helps. The younger ones are still getting used to learning about it, but the older ones are getting it there. So here's the emotions or the feelings associated with overweight. So feeling insecurity, okay, that's not surprising, isn't it? Feeling self-rejection, wanting to protect the body. So the fat is cushions, right? Are cushions, sorry. Seeking love and fulfillment, attempting to fulfill the self, feelings being stuffed inside, just trying to keep that mask and happy face on all the time, right? Not feeling like you're strong enough, okay? And unexpressed or misperceived and inappropriate feelings, okay? So if you have irrational fears or just lots of stuff that you're carrying inside, let it out and clean it up. Clean up that head, clean up those emotions, and your body will follow. Okay, everything that happens on the emotional level will happen physically if you hold on to that long enough. Okay, so to create positive beliefs, and your eyes will, you need to allow yourself to look for the evidence, right, to support those new beliefs. Okay, so I have some examples of the positive that we can use instead of owning and holding on to those negative feelings. So you can say, I am enough. You really are enough, right? You can say, I'm grateful for the body I've been given. Some of the kids were born with, mutations and other things, diseases. So most of us have our limbs and have a body that knows how to self-heal. So be grateful for that. And I am loved and fully accepted. Guys, if you love, fully accept yourself, this is something that we'll work on for the rest of our lives and apply in many different aspects and areas and levels and layers. But keep working on that self-love and accepting yourself. Then the world and the universe will love and accept you more. Okay? I know for myself that that's been a big, struggle, but I know I've grown a lot, and I know I still have a lot more to grow, but let's do it together, okay? Push through that negative gravity that weighs down on us, that the media and everything and everyone else or the other people, if they're down and they are mean to themselves, it's so easy to mimic that, but we'll work on that self-love. So you say, I know who I am and I fully honor my path. And that's the other thing too, just to help you focus on some real positive things. Who are you? For me, I know I'm a child of God. And what's your path? I know that I am meant to serve humanity with my gifts and talents, whatever it is that Heavenly Father's given me. So I try to magnify it and do it the best I can and just be okay with what I have because, whatever it is that I've been given, that should be enough. And the other thing is I am safe. Okay, so the people that hold on to those, the weight, the overweight, it's because they have all of these irrational fears and stuff. If I remember that pain or that fear, it would never happen again. But in fact, you create it. You create more of it. You create generations of it. And that sucks. So you better take control over how you think and feel and change that, okay? I am safe. I allow God to, God's will to be done, something like that. Because anything and everything will have, will be resolved, just hand it over. All right, so the emotions associated with anorexia are these. Okay, so you can look that up in this book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. So anyways, here goes. Anorexia, so feels totally unable to please parent, especially mother, feels unable to live up to expectations of others, feelings of self-rejection, self-hatred, lack of spiritual understanding of knowing self. You don't know how to love self or be self. And your soul wants to leave some sort of self-destruction happening in there. So it's sort of the same as the overweight, but on the other extreme. Okay, that's why I like this oil, because it kind of helps us balance, come back to balance. I have a friend who's a dietitian, and she says, yeah, I give this oil to people who are underweight because it helps them feel hungry again. Okay, the positive beliefs that we can adopt here. I have all the power within to accomplish all I'm meant to accomplish. And sometimes you're meant to accomplish just, a few things. You don't have to compare yourself with other people who do a gazillion things. And you know what? Maybe they do a gazillion things, but are they happy? And are you meant to? Is that your path? Maybe not. You don't have to compare. And, when we feel overwhelmed, underneath that feeling of overwhelmed is a belief that you're not strong enough. And you really are when you're plugged in and connected to the divine powers, okay? So I answer only to God and my higher self. So sometimes we allow others to control us. So remember that you allow, okay? You do have the power to not allow. Yes, it might be hard when you have a spouse or a mother or a father or people that are, breathing down on you all the time, telling you what to do, what to think. But I feel like we never try beyond our abilities. So there's something inside of us that can push through that. And as soon as you can plug into that divine power, it's more powerful than those people around you, right? So when I realize this about me, I just tell myself, wait a minute, I am going and living my truth, and I only answer to God. So if people want to blame on me or hook on to me, I just release it. I release that responsibility, because they really should be responsible for their own choices. And they can't make choices and then expect me to suffer the consequences of their choices. Anyways, that's one thing that's very liberating. And I honor others as I honor myself. Okay. So when you love yourself, your love for others is more powerful, has more substance, and is truer. Okay, because if you abuse yourself and then be kind to others, it's kind of hypocritical, isn't it? You abusing this child of God here that's looking at you in the mirror, but you're kind to others. So how is that? How does that align? So I'm brave and fully aware of my unique path here on earth. So it's another thing to say to yourself, right? And that should help your body change. Okay, so let's move on to the spiritual side of things. Okay, I believe our body will be fused together with our spirit in the hereafter, and it will be, and it's meant to be, a joyous experience when, when we die. The soul separates, the spirit separates from the body, and the body rots, right? But I believe in this resurrection thing. Because we're not meant to be worm food and that's it. Our existence means more. So anyways, that's me. We can practice, that awesome relationship now. So, learning to love this body, learning to work with this body, learning to read this body. Okay, so that's what I mean. So the dark influences, whatever you call them, act upon us like gravity. It's around us. It's surrounding us often. And, it tells us lies, and we hear lies, and sometimes we believe in lies that we hear, I'm no good or whatever. It happens to all of us. In fact, I woke up this morning and that's what happened to me. I just felt so down, and I'm like, oh, I should do more. Oh, I'm not a good mom, all of these things. And then I think, whoa, that's not Jay. That's not you. Okay, don't believe that. You can only do so much with all the gifts and talents that you have, or, some of them you lack, but that's okay, but that's all you can do. So anyways, so we compare ourselves and measure ourselves with these flimsy worldly measures that don't have substance or is not on good foundation. And then we punish ourselves, and then we deny ourselves full pleasures of this body and earthly experiences, thinking that, that denial, that punishment will, motivate us to be better and improve. So denying ourselves of health, of food, good healthy food, certain foods, and denying ourselves of good healthy sleep, for example, or just good healthy rest. Just kind of forcing yourself to do extra. I had a doctor one time who came to me and he's like, "I don't get it, Jade. I work out, I eat right, and yet I'm not losing weight, and I'm still actually gaining more weight." And I said to him, two things. The first thing is, are you loving yourself enough to sleep and resting? He's like, that's the problem. And then the other thing too, it's like, relax and love yourself. Relax, right? And he wasn't doing those two main things. So anyways, I had another lady, and she was trying to lose 50 pounds, and she was almost there. She got just half a pound left, I know. And she says, "I've been working out, and I'm trying really hard for the last few months, and it didn't budge an inch, So we did some emotional work, and she cried. And that next day she texted me back and says, "Hey Jade, you wouldn't believe it, but I weighed myself this morning and I lost 3 pounds." And I thought, whoa, that's a lot. But you know what? She was holding on to some heavy emotions and things that maybe she could have handed over to God. All right. Let him be the judge, right? We don't know everything. So cool, huh? Anyways, so these fear-based things just makes us, feel like, well, we're just in a habit actually of holding happiness out there. When I'm a size 2, I will be happy. So you're not quite happy yet until you're there. When I can, have a whole good week of eating, I will be happy, whatever, so happiness is always an arm's reach away, but it's away. And you're not enjoying your life now. So that's funny, because it's like forcing that result, and that fear-based motivation doesn't work for long-term growth or fulfillment. All right, so when you're happy, guess what? Your body is releasing fat, it's digesting well, and then it attracts more happy people, more happy opportunities, and then more happy begets more happy, right? It breeds more happiness. So you see, it just makes more sense. But somehow in our twisted head, we think the opposite. We think, okay, if I punish myself, but you know what? Behind that punishment is a fear that you're not smart enough to remember to learn your lesson unless I force you. So it's not like a trust in self. So when I discovered that about people and me, I thought, okay, well then I'm going to trust that I'm going to remember. If I don't remember, then it mustn't be. And if I need to remember and I forget, maybe God and the angels will prompt me. So there you go. And I thought, okay, well then I'm going to let it go. And, the natural consequences of the stupid things we do is enough punishment. So we don't have to add to it. Okay. That's what I think. So adding to it just kind of sends the message of, you're not smart enough, you will forget. So anyways, that's just me. Okay, where am I? So Slim and Sassy teaches us to balance our outlook. So you're allowed to enjoy great food and have pleasure with your body. So you will know when you've struck that healthy balance, when your heart feels peace. Okay, so I've noticed a lot of people are anti sugar or wheat and stuff like that. I get it, all right? But I thought to myself, well, God created those things, and I guess man has ruined it. Okay, they've taken there's just the sweetness out of beets and stuff, and just got that without the antidote, which balances it out, which is the fibers. So I said, is sugar all that bad? So it is, and I discovered a research where people that are overweight and diabetic had this Betty Crocker brownies, and they added the fiber that was taken out of sugar during that processing stage, and back in, and those people, their blood sugar didn't spike. But because they removed it and then they damaged that Mother Nature, I guess compound or I don't know, chemicals structure that was there already with sugar, and I'd just taken the sugar out of it, it caused the spike. So it kind of was too forceful. So I thought, oh, of course. So we're meant to enjoy sweetness in life as well. Not just the taste, but, really enjoy sweetness as in all the good blessings. So, hey, I realized that it's not all that bad if you eat it in its natural form, how it's meant to be in nature, then you don't have to worry, but you're never going to overeat when your cells communicate really quickly and effectively to your mind. So I thought, it's awesome. So anyways, that just tells me that, Mother Nature is amazing. And, like wheat has been overly processed and has been sprayed with preservatives and pesticides and all those things. I mean, it's damaged. But in its natural form, in its organic form, it's actually good for us. So you can go to certain places in Europe and eat, certain wheat products that has been grown naturally like that, and your tummy won't feel bloated, and you won't hurt. So it's like, oh, okay, it's not the wheat, it's all the chemicals, and it's all the damage or the things that man has kind of got in there and recreated and just interfered with nature. Okay, and your body is just not liking it, and it shouldn't be liking when it's synthetic and it's interfered with like that. So, hey, I really appreciate that. Anyways, you are no longer denying yourself and holding your breath for one future elusive day somewhere to be joyful. You're allowed to have that sweetness and joy now. And, you are present and savor the physical experiences as it reflects your spiritual progress. So, of course, if you think of each day as a page in your life book, you don't want to have chapters and chapters and chapters of you holding on, not refusing to, to be happy, okay, not having that joy until you hit this magic weight number, right? Or, size of something. All right. So if you are happy, I promise your body will go down to where it ought to be. I mean, there's other oils that you can use too, oils that help you love your body, oils that help you balance hormones, all that is great too. But I know that when we hit that equilibrium, your body won't gain or lose more weight than it needs to. All right, so build your foundation of self-worth by how connected you are to your spiritual path, not measuring it by your size or how hot you look compared to so-and-so, or, basically it's very simple. It's, am I progressing spiritually? Am I fulfilling the purpose of my, creation of my being? Okay, so remember, comparison kills joy, a comparison to others and things. And so continue to be vigilant and seeking peace and balance. So when I'm off balance, I keep asking myself questions in my head, and then I try to find that resolution, that belief, and then change that belief, and then stay on my track. And then my heart has this lovely compass that kind of tells me, bing, 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 registering happy now, registering peace and balance now. So when it's off balance, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should stop doing what I'm doing and no more on that path, or perhaps I need to change path, or whatever it is. Am I veering off? Am I distracted? And I just keep checking that balance. So when you're at peace with who you are and your spiritual progress, your weight naturally is balanced, and the extra weight falls off. Or if you're on the other extreme, you gain enough weight to have that balance. Alrighty, so that is Slim and Sassy. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm really excited to share it with you. So I have the PDF here for you to download on jadebolden.com/slim and sassy, and is AND. Okay, just one word. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below, and I will answer every comment. All right. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed listening to it if you're listening to the podcast, and watching it if you're watching it on YouTube. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.